Our next comedian, very funny lady. Give it up for Judy Mastracchio.
I'll leave now. I had trouble with this. Okay. Do I look fat? Do I look fat in this?
No.
Okay.
No, you look beautiful.
I had a real fashion crisis about this. And I used to have one that was half the size, but it was only a move. So, excuse me while I whip this off. Now, I am third generation Italian. And my full name is actually Judy Mastracchio. And when I first met Gwen, she said it was a very good thing I wasn't from Parsippany or Whippany, because then I would be Judy Mastracchio from Parsippany or Whippany. And I always thought if I ever had twins, I would name them Mario and Mary Jo Mastracchio. And instead of having gifts given to everyone, for my children, what I would do is just create a fund for the 40 years of therapy they would need. If you didn't notice, I have weight issues. In fact, I bought these leggings because I thought I looked thinner, but they were $4.99 from Walmart, and now I know why they were $4.99.
Great legs, though.
Well, I come from a really unusual Italian family. Best way to explain it is, my grandpa married my mother's sister. My father's brother married my mother's other sister, and my father married my mother. Now, this makes my aunt my step-grandmother, my grandfather my uncle, my father my uncle or my cousin, and I'm not sure what it makes my mother. We didn't even have a refrigerator on the porch. But I always knew I was going to have weight issues because on my wedding night, instead of checking into the hotel room, we checked into the restaurant first. And I made quite a stir when I walked in because there I was in my wedding gown with strawberry syrup dripped down the front because I wasn't missing dessert before we left the reception. So one morning I'm lying in bed and my ex-husband always used to listen to The Fan, sports radio. I'm lying there one day, and he's getting dressed, and I'm listening, and I hear the two sportscasters talking about some linebacker who is 185 pounds, but pure muscle. And I'm lying there, and I said to myself, okay, I'm 215 pounds, and I'm pure fat. I think I need to do something about this. So I went to find a women's weight loss camp, right? But in order to go to the women's weight loss camp, I needed the appropriate undergarments. So, what do? You go out and you shop. I got stuck in a sports bra. I was sweating like Secretariat. I'm stuck in a sports bra, and I'm in the dressing room. And I'm thinking to myself, who am I going to call? And it gave new meaning to the expression, phone a friend. So I'm standing there and I'm thinking, no one's home. I'm calling everybody, no one's home. And I'm thinking, I can't leave a message like, hi, it's Judy. I'm stuck in Sports Authority in a bra in the dressing room. Can you come and help me get out of it? No, so I didn't do it. What happened was I just cooled down. I was able to get it. I mean, I couldn't get it this way, I couldn't get it that way, I couldn't get it under, I couldn't get it over, I couldn't get it anywhere. Only to be topped by the fact that I once got stuck in a bustier in Victoria's Secret. You may wonder why I was trying it on. I'm wondering why I was trying it on. So that time, all I did was rip the tags off, put my blouse on, walked out to the register, and I said to the woman, I like this so much I'm going to wear it home. Can you just bring it up in the Can't go back there anymore. I had to cut the damn thing off. Other weight loss companions at dinner at 6 in the dining room. Now I'm 215 pounds. Not quite 215 now, but I was 215 then. So I'm going to unpack, and I'm all excited about this. I walk into the dining room. I'm telling you, the smallest woman there had to be 325 pounds. And they're all chatting, and they turn and they look at me, and they stop talking. And I just said, hi. And they said, one of the women stepped forward, and she said, you look fantastic. How I said, 45 minutes? Well, when my oldest daughter was getting married, I wanted to look great in the pictures, so I tried in front of the mirror, this and this and all those things they tell you to do. So now I have this chin issue, you may have noticed. So I got this brilliant idea. I think I will just take a little super glue, just a little, and I'll put it under my chin. Looks good, no? Looks good like this? Except that all that happened was I ripped off a lot of skin and my beard. But thank God the mustache stayed. By the way, do you know the only time you're permitted to spit in an Italian woman's face? It's when her mustache is on fire. My ex-husband looked a lot like Richard Dreyfuss. He could have been a double for Richard Dreyfuss, really. And it worked to our advantage many times. We'd be in New York City and we'd walk into a restaurant and they'd think it was Richard Dreyfuss, and right away they'd give us the best table, and, next to the fountain at the Four Seasons, anywhere, best table in the house. But it used to create a problem sometimes because people would kind of look at him and they'd come up and ask for autographs, and he didn't want to give them. I'm really not who you think I am. Really, you're not. And it got to be a little sticky because people kind of wondered why he was hanging out with a woman that looked like Michael Corleone's mother. And one time we were on a flight back from Europe, and we were in first class because that's the only way the ex knew how to travel. And he was sitting on the aisle, and the flight attendant walked down and saw him and said, "Mr. Dreyfuss, you're traveling with us again so soon?" And then she looked at me and she said, "Oh, you're not Mr. Dreyfuss." It could have been because I asked for the seconds of the airplane food. I'm not sure. Another time, we took some clients to a very exclusive restaurant in New York, and we were very excited about this because we got tables there too. And anybody who was there was a big event going on in New York, and anybody in Hollywood or on Broadway was there and in town, and a lot of them were in the restaurant. I mean, Kelsey Grammer was at the table next to us. Ray Liotta was at the table behind us. Paul Simon walked in, and by the way, Paul Simon's like 3 feet tall. I mean, I look like an Amazon next to Paul Simon. And came time to leave, and again, we were lovely with the clients. And my ex said, "I just need to use the men's room before we go back." So we went outside, and I'm standing there chatting with the clients, and all of a sudden he comes flying out the door, and he says, "See ya, okay? Your girl, my girl, lunch next week, okay? Hope you had a good time. All right, let's go." Grabs him by the hand, dragging me down the street. And I'm like, what the hell happened in there? And I knew we couldn't have bolted on a check because, first of all, it was a corporate credit card. Secondly, if we bolted on the check, I'd be stuck in the bathroom window trying to get out by now. I said, "What happened?" He said, "You won't believe it. I was standing in there at the urinal, and who walks in and stands next to me but Tom Selleck?" He looks down at me and he says, "Richard, I didn't know you were in town." He said, considering where we were and what we were doing, I wasn't going to shake his hand, and I wasn't going to say, "Oh, always nice to see you." I just ran. But I have my own issues with bathrooms, because I can ask for a bathroom in 15 different languages. It's the only thing I can say in 15 different languages. There was another time we were traveling, we were in Cancun, and I was feeling pretty frisky with Spanish, because I'd had 5 years in high school and college, and I really thought I was fluent, but I really think about it now, I probably was just fluent in tequila, and that was why I thought I was fluent in everything else. So I convinced him we should go to this little restaurant that one of my new amigos had told us about, in the lobby there. And we go down to this little restaurant. It was a lovely little place, a little mariachi band going around, and of course I had to go to the bathroom. So I go down the hallway, and there's 2 doors, right? Doors next to each other. And on each door is a picture of a hippo. So I open the door, I go in, I'm doing my business, I'm just about done, I'm about to go to the sink, when all of a sudden the door flies open, this man comes running in, he's unzipping his pants. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna get lucky. He starts jammering at me in Spanish. And all I could make out was something about being a very stupid woman, and didn't I look at the sign? He takes me outside and he says, "That one has a tutu. This one does not." I looked at him and I said, "I'm sorry, I don't speak hippo. But there was another time, you notice all these things happen to me in restaurants. Is it any wonder why there's issues with the bite and the whole thing? And So another time we were in a really great restaurant. It was one of these fabulous bistros, and it was back in the 70s when mini skirts were in, and I could still wear one that wasn't like the mainsail from a pirate ship. I had to go to the bathroom again, so I go into the bathroom, and they were about to serve the entree. God forbid I should miss a morsel. So I went into the bathroom, walking back, and I noticed in this very noisy restaurant, there's a hush starting to come over, right? And everyone's looking at me, and I'm thinking, I must look pretty damn good. Everybody's looking at me. I get to the table. My ex looks at me and goes, "Oh my God, you tucked your skirt to your pantyhose and your ass is hanging out." I only wear slacks to restaurant. I'm Judy Mastracchio.
Judy Mastracchio! Wow.